Alright, here we go again. This is the leader of the flock, bringing to you another installment of wrestling games that don't suck. This time, guess what we have? If you're looking, if you know what this is. This is the one. The one. N64, year 2000, No Mercy. WWF No Mercy. This game was the best of all these THQ games that came out on the 64. It was far more advanced than everything that came out on the PlayStation at the time. And to be honest, it was better than quite a few of these PlayStation 2 games that came out after it. So it's a whole lot of stuff on here. I'm just basically going through a quick match. I was doing an Iron Man match, and I took the time to make a created player, and the time it takes is a long time, and that's just because it's tremendously, stacked and detailed on how to, create wrestlers and move for move. It was nothing like it at the time, and very few like it since. So I have nothing but good things to say about this game. Very nice size roster. I mean, it wasn't the roster of, say, WCW, NWO Revenge, but they had a lot of default people in that too that wasn't even real wrestlers. So I mean, it really doesn't matter. So I'm doing an Iron Man match against Mick Foley. You're gonna see me skip through his intro. I don't need any copyright things. I'm cleaning out my closet and on my page. About to be a potential YouTube partner, so I can't have any copywritten, music and stuff in there. So you'll see, like a lot of my older videos, you start seeing some audio swap. So I jump right to the action. My guy, his name is Blaze. He's kind of, I don't know. Just a guy I just put together real quick. So it's not like I took a lot of time. I just, it's real easy. Everybody wants to pick The Rock and Triple H. I don't care for this. When I played these games, I always created me a wrestler, and I always made him where he fit. I wasn't gonna make him 6'9", but he was doing high flying moves. I just basically made him stick to the script. He was pretty much like a powerhouse guy. So that's the fight style I kind of gave him. So, like I said, this game was the creme de la creme. Anybody that knows wrestling games will tell you if they had their favorites, this would be in everyone's top 2 or 3. So the way they put the game together is so many game modes, there's so many things you could do. Like I said, the customization is top notch. I'll show just a brief look over once this match is over with. I said I was trying to keep my videos under like 10 minutes, although YouTube told me I can go over 15, but didn't want to really go over 15 minutes. Didn't want to seem like I was showing off or boasting, So once again, this is me playing this on the N64 console. I do not have emulator. The only thing I own emulator for is NES, and for some reason I don't even know how to capture those things, because the file that it captures under is not the supported format for the program I use, which is the Dazzle DVC 100. Very good, very good. I don't want to say underrated, but sometimes unappreciated capture card. So that's 2 falls I already got from Mick Foley. I figured I'd get him because he's always been good at taking the ass kicking. Oh, you dirty mother. So, like I said, this game offers a lot of different, features. Come out with your manager. I had Terry Runnels as my manager. Who wouldn't want that? You can do a whole lot of different things on here, man. Creating them. You can edit the guys that's already in the game. You can make stables. Stuff like that. So if this guy was in the Brood, you can put him in there. and take Edge left the Brood and you brought in the Hardy Boys, guess what? You can make the stable saying they're the Brood, and you know you can also pick who you're in good terms with, who you're in bad terms with rather. So those are the guys that are like, you know, more likely to come out and interfere in your match. So one, you know, who did I pick? I want to say one of the guys I would like not in good stats with was Crash Holly. Another one was Steve Blackman, and some boom, that's that Farouk spine buster. So I was kind of like skimming through there. As you can see, I'm doing like some really tripped out taunts because I really, you know, didn't try to do too much, and that's that sleeper drop. Boom. I was really just kind of like scadding through it. So you know, you see a lot of like the taunts and like certain moves and stuff. Like man, why would you do that? And here goes the finisher, Emerald Fusion, bam. You know, I made sure I took the TKO off on this one because on my last video, the SmackDown 2, you had fucking TKO on. That's not a good look in a wrestling game. TKO, pin him. So just basically, like I said, I played it one good time, and just to try to get more familiar with, refamiliarize myself with the game. Is that a word? But yeah, just trying to get myself reacquainted with the game, and bam, off the top rope. And I probably should have pinned him right here, but instead I went for this little choke. And I really can't keep. I could just keep going on and on all day about how good this game was. This game was tremendous, man. You could do everything in this game. And look at Steve Blackman in the background trying to get involved. Terry already saw him, so she hopped in it. You know, not much. I don't know how much help she's gonna be. You know, against the Lethal Weapon. Look at, he got me folded up over there, but she got him off of me. There you go, girl. Do your thing. Bam, Foley, you get the hell up out of here. Got him outside the ring, which is more garnered towards his style of fighting than mine. So, you know, just it's all types of things, man. You can customize like what weapon you like. If you go under the ring and you know pick up a weapon, if you actually use one, you can choose what weapon is your weapon of choice. I think mine was the stop sign, you know, because I was a huge ECW fan. And 10. I put the ring out the time to 10, so I think I got a cheap win off that. And then they started counting them out right afterwards. That's funny. So double team moves, that's another thing on there. You do real good double team moves. You could do like the 3D, the Dudley Death Drop. It's double power bombs. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of moves on here. You know, and depending on what style of fighting you have, that depicts what type of damage the move actually does. So they took their time and they did it right. Have no complaints, none whatsoever about this game. As you can see, the graphics, you know. But I mean, to me, I think the character models are, you know, a bit cartoonish, like I said before with Revenge, but with each game you could tell a difference in how it's evolved. So I think, you know, with World Tour it was kind of clunky looking, but the gameplay was superb, so you did mine. I'd rather have a game with, you know, okay graphics, but the gameplay is tremendous, such as Fire Pro, which I think epitomizes, you know, graphics are and everything. So once again on his head. So I mean, then you have the, you know, World Tour was okay, Revenge was sweet, No Mercy was the best. So every game had improvement, so there was always room for improvement. But like I said I wasn't gonna get into Warzone today on this video. That is, I've talked about them enough. I'm still at this very moment getting inbox up the ass about, oh, I don't agree with you about Warzone. It was a great game. Okay. Well, we're gonna see, because like I said, I'm gonna do like a couple more of these, and then I'm gonna start getting to the ones that I don't like. And the ones that I don't like, of course, I'm gonna have to go and get them just to prove a point. Like I said, I don't own an emulator, you know, for N64 or anything else other than NES. So That's why I was trying to get one going with pro wrestling for the NES, but looks like I'm just gonna have to get the game. I'm just gonna have to, actually get the game and get one of those what's that, off-brand systems that plays those. I can't really think of anything on the Sega Genesis that's worth mentioning. I mean, WrestleMania, the arcade game. You had Super WrestleMania. That was okay. I mean, but they only did like 3 moves on that. It's a couple. So, like I say, this is I have enough to keep this series moving, And fail. My guy was not supposed to be able to go on the top rope. I was meant to go there and taunt, but like I said, when you don't play something a lot, you kind of forget stuff, and crashed and burned on that elbow drop. With another like 2.5 minutes to go, I'm basically beating the shit out of Foley. There's really nothing he could do about this. There's really nothing. That man Blaze is a beast. He's an animal. I mean, he got some sissy ass taunts, but he's an animal nonetheless. And I see Steve Blackman don't want any more parts of what's going on in this ring, so it looks like I'll be able to finish this match off. This game, everybody must admit that this had to be in your top 3. So I still believe that Here Come the Pain. It's a little better. It was a little better. But considering Here Comes the Pain came out around 2003 and this game came out in 2000 for and I want to say a slightly inferior system. I mean, I won't even say slightly, a far more inferior system. So considering N64, compare that to PlayStation 2, how can you really compare that? So just base it off, the hype. It was, I don't even really recall there being a lot of hype and stuff for this game. Not like the ones that come out now where you see the wrestlers backstage playing and talking about how great it is, and 100 commercials a day for it. We didn't have all that, YouTube ads and stuff like that. We didn't have all that back then. So this game, basically when they say action speaks louder than words, this game epitomizes that. So flip, reversal. So with a minute left to go, I just basically saying that this game was just, look at it, hitting him with his own move. That was another thing you could do on these games that I like. You can take your opponent's finisher and use it against them by using a strong grapple and hitting the A and B button at the same time, and you will be able to do your opponent's finisher. So stomp. Other games. Oh yeah, if anybody, you have any suggestions, if you got any suggestions, like, okay, do this one, do WWE All Stars, or do Raw versus SmackDown 2007 or something to that nature. If you have something, if it makes sense, I'll do it. But if that game is not good, I will put your name in my next video and let everybody know that you were the one that suggested it. So anybody, you got any ideas, bring them to me, inbox them, comment down below. I'd rather you just comment down below, because I don't really check the inbox too much. So I would just make a comment, and down goes Foley, 7-0 Iron Man match, 10 minutes, 7 falls to nothing. Oh yeah, I almost forgot the whole point. Grading this game, it's not without a doubt. This game, absolutely, positively, has to get, I'm gonna just say an A. I won't say an A+. This game gets an A. So this is your boy, leader of the flock. I'm gone. I'm out your ear. Peace.